Hey everybody, it's Jamie from Plum Island Sea Cabin, and we are not on Plum Island today. I'm finding all of these common whelks stuck in the traps. And the problem is, like, they're wedged in there, so I don't know how to get them out. But look, there's another huge one in there. So why am I at the lobster docks today? 3 reasons. The first one is on July 10th, the Yankee Fisherman Co-op, where I am right now, is having an event. It's going to be a tuna tournament. They're going to have a huge craft tent. I'm going to be there, so if you're here, stop by. If you're local, I would love to meet you. I'm going to be selling t-shirts, sweatshirts. I'm also going to be selling sea knots that I make. I'm going to show you here. This is where they saved the lobster rope for me to make my sea knots. So I'll give you a little bit of a tour of that. The second reason is I got a text from my friend Annabelle that they're bringing in the first tuna of the season. So I'm going to get that on film for you. You're going to be able to see this giant tuna being brought in right on the docks. And the third reason why I'm here is because I'm going to be checking out these traps for a lot of shells. So these traps pull up a lot of deep water shells, the ones that we have difficulty finding fully intact on Plum Island. But when they pull them up on the traps, they're perfect. So there's common whelks, New England Neptunes, scallop shells, and even seahorses every once in a while. So we're going to be checking out some of these traps. We're going to be checking out a tuna. I'm going to show you the ropes that I make my sea knots out of. And on July 10th, meet me here if you're local. And these are the ropes that they are nice enough to save for me when they are getting ready to throw them out or discard them. They give me big barrels full of this rope. And then I bring it home and I untangle it and I create those sea knots that are on my Etsy page. So thank you so much, Yankee Fisherman's Co-op in Seabrook, New Hampshire. Get on this nice barnacle. A lot of interesting things here. Oh my God, I'm kind of freaking out because I'm finding shells in places that I'm not expecting to find shells. So this is a waved whelk, or a common whelk. And this is a good sign. This was laying on the ground right next to this bucket of rope and these traps and buoys. But oh my goodness, look, there are more shells. There is a horse mussel shell in this trap right here. So this could be very prosperous for us today in our shelling adventure. My goodness, you guys, I'm like freaking out. Look at that shell that's in there. See if we can pop that out. Ah, that looks nice. Wow. Check that out. So this is what gets pulled up in lobster traps. All those deep water shells that we are always looking for on the island. So apparently we were looking in the wrong place for them to be washed up on the beach. They just randomly get pulled up in lobster traps. I will tell you something, if I find a New England Neptune here, I'm going to freak out. But look, there's another huge one in there. Unbelievable. My goodness, you guys, I'm freaking out. I see another shell over here. This is a really nice common whelk. Wow. That is fully intact. You can see in here there are some expired crabs, horse mussel shells, some lobster claws. This is pretty authentic. More expired crabs. More buoys and rope. This is more of that awesome lobster trap rope. I mean, there are so many lines here. And they're so nice to save them for me. There's more traps. Traps are absolutely everywhere here. All over the yard. My goodness, you guys, look at the size of this crab. I don't know if you can see it back there, but that is pretty large. He is, of course, expired, but huge crab. Some barnacle crusted mussel shells. I gotta tell you, this is almost as exciting as the beach. So this is why we check the traps at the beach. I don't know if you can see it, but there is another beautiful common whelk. Another beautiful common whelk right there. Again, we can't get to it, but there are some really nice deep water shells stuck in these traps. So really quickly, I will show you how a lobster trap works. So these bricks, we see these wash up on Plum Island a lot because they come out of the lobster traps. They shake free every once in a while. But each one of these traps is dropped into the water and it is weighted down by these weights that are inside. And then the buoys are what marks where the traps are in the water. And each buoy has a lobsterman's number and color code that is licensed to them, that is identifiable to them. So each side of the lobster trap has one of these ringed hole entries that the lobster can then enter inside the trap. And what they're going after is that bait bag, which is in there, that orange bag. And that's what the lobster enters the trap looking for. And once it's in there, the lobsterman pulls up the trap and the lobster ends up on someone's dinner plate. So not the most happy ending, but it does give you a little idea for those of you who do enjoy lobster and where the lobster comes from and how the lobster gets in there. Oh my God, look at this shell. Like freaking out over here. I'm finding all of these common whelks stuck in the traps. And the problem is like they're wedged in there, so I don't know how to get them out. Because if I enter it this way, it won't come out. If I enter it this way, it's too small, so this one might have to stay here. But there are some really cool shells that get stuck in these traps. See if I can wiggle it over in this direction, because there is a big enough hole over here for me to get my hand in. I need to pause and get a stick. Unfortunately, I think this one is going to have to stay there because there's too much netting and not an easy way to remove it from the trap. But what a cool find. Ooh, this is some really nice rope. Has some teal in it. You know how I love the teal. Can make some really nice sea knots. Another nice quahog in that trap down there. Ooh, sand dollar. Sand dollar right here in this trap. Maybe we've been shelling in the wrong places the whole time. I will leave this here, but that's a pretty cool find. Ooh, scallop. This would be nice if we can get it out, which I don't think we can. Unless I push it a little bit. Okay, I just pushed the trap over. And where did it go? And we got it. That is a really nice scallop shell. Lobster trap scallop shell. Score. So this is as New England as it gets. These lobster docks right here. And right over in that area, although no one is out there today, but that is where they do their clamming in Seabrook, New Hampshire. So we're going to get out on those clam flats someday too. Watch that happen. And talk to some clammers. And the tuna is here. Oh my goodness. That is a big fish. That's little? Well, I will tell you, that's the biggest fish I've ever seen.
This is our lovely captain, Sam Law here.
Sam Law. And you guys do tuna charters?
Yes, we do.
So if you come and you visit the area and you want to catch a giant tuna.
We would love to take it.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
Thanks for letting me film you.
No problem.
This is an unexpected shelling adventure. A place I would never think to go shelling, but I found some pretty good scores. Oh, one more thing too. They sell really good seafood here. So if you're local, stop by. They have lobster, tuna, all kinds of seafood. Check them out. Really delicious. I'll put the link in the description below.